Yes, here we are, another show. Welcome to Play My Music. I'm your host, Mark Reddick, and we're here to start off another podcast. I'm so excited and thrilled to have my friend, my brother back with me, Dr. Sam Talbot, a pure genius. I'm trying to tell y'all. Um, he was on before a few weeks ago, and he's back with us to share some more of his arrangements. Sam, I didn't get a chance to hear everything as I uploaded it into the show, but please tell us. I want to start off with we're going to play two selections from you today, the Blessed
hmm
Assurance,
hmm
and I think it's the African, what's the name of that song?
Sound of Africa.
Sound of Africa. Okay. Let's talk about that.
Which one?
Let's talk about Blessed Assurance first.
Oh, yes. Um, well, my first keyboard was the um, Korg M1.
Hmm.
And because I was raised on a Steinway piano, one day working in my little closet studio, I tried to slide across the keys like I would on the piano, and I watched one of them break.
I know you was heartbroken.
Yes, because I was still paying for it. So I went back to Sam Ash and I said I need a keyboard that's going to be a piano weighted keyboard. So when I play piano, I want to be able to have that resistance that comes from a piano. So my next upgrade was the Ensoniq KT76,
Mm.
a masterfully
Wow.
built keyboard with so many awkward sounds that I've never had a chance to really delve into. That keyboard lasted me 16 years before it failed.
I remember that keyboard. I
But
remember that.
as a musician, especially a church musician, we're so used to playing hymns, spirituals, the latest gospel tunes that were coming out.
Hmm.
And I always had a adventurous music spirit, but was always afraid to step out, something I wouldn't normally do on a Sunday morning.
Hmm.
So because I like to rearrange songs, I wanted to rearrange Blessed Assurance, but not so that it sounded like Blessed Assurance. For 1996, when this one was done, I wanted to delve into some of that lo-fi hip hop sound.
Hmm.
And because I had a keyboard that had sounds that you would never use on a Sunday morning, I said, well, I am a musician who was raised with a band that played classical music. How
Hmm.
about if I just explore the sounds and put together something that sounds like Blessed Assurance, but it's lo-fi. It's something you would wear headphones on after a hard day and just sit back and let the music minister to you. Probably took me 3 weeks to really get everything in place the way you hear it now.
Hmm.
And of course, I had it copyrighted, which what you do, send it off to Washington, D.C. So I got the copyright form. And of course, it is on Spotify and Apple iTunes and all of your digital platforms from 1996.
So, what we're going to hear is the original sounds that you created and recorded from 1996.
Yes,
Is that what you're
all
saying?
done on one keyboard.
Okay. I liked it. Let's get into it because the little bit I heard, I'm like, I can't wait to hear this. Okay, let's do this. Oh yeah, yeah. Love that groove. sir. That groove is hitting. Yes, sir. Nice. Yes, sir. The guitar in there. Yes. Yeah, yeah. Nice. Ooh. Love those chord changes. Ah. Woo. Wow.
That guitar, muted guitar, was done with my fingers going down the keys.
I believe it.
I wanted it to sound like an actual guitar player picking it down.
Right. That's what I figured you was going for. I'm, and anyone who knows anything, well, first let me back up a bit.
Hmm.
Sam is a Christian gospel musician. If you know anything about the hymns of the church and you know Blessed Assurance, that sounded nothing like it, but I'm not mad. I enjoyed that. It's like one thing, and as I listened to this, it made me grateful that I put this podcast together because this is why I did this because musicians, as a lot of us that need to be exposed. I've known Sam for years. I mean years. And all this time, I never knew this man had this type of talent inside of him.
I
All
have to
these
ask a
songs,
question.
productions. What's that?
I have to ask a question.
Yes, sir.
I had the top melody doing a version of Blessed Assurance,
hmm
the actual flute sound.
I thought you did, but you know something? I was so over. I'm a chord man.
Hmm.
So knowing me, even after the show, I'm gonna go back and listen to this song again. I was the the tone that whatever you chose to chord this, that sound, it just captured me. I was captivated by that from beginning to end. I did hear you doing a flute, but I have to go back and listen to it again. And I
Oh,
was like
okay.
I love the chord changes.
Hmm.
Oh, those chords got to me, man. And then the groove, that groove was just grabbed me. I can't believe that was from 1996, bruh. That was Sell Now. That was Sell Now, man. You're to be commended. I mean, wow, you're bringing up all this stuff from 30 years ago. I'm scared to even listen to what you're doing now. I know you spend a lot of time with tutorials uh, and instruction, but man, this is incredible. And then I heard a little bit of the next song we're gonna play. Woo! So where's my seatbelt? Let me strap on.
Well,
You tell me about that.
the next one has a whole story behind it, a
I'm
whole
I'm,
story.
I'm all ears.
I had 2 days to write that one.
Okay.
And what had happened, I have a very good friend, I guess I can say his name, Alfred Gallman. He teaches dance
hmm
and he has his own dance theater. And he was supposed to be performing at the Brooklyn Academy of Music. So it was a week before the performance. And he was going to do one of the songs from The Lion King,
hmm
but he didn't have permission to use that song.
Mm.
And he had wrote an entire, it was almost like it was the closing piece to his performance, written to the timing of The Lion King. So he called me up, I guess on a Thursday evening. He says, Sam, I'm in trouble. I says, yes, Alfred. Because I've done songs for him in the past when he was in trouble. He says, I need a song that sounds like The Lion King, but it can't be The Lion King. And I wrote an entire dance recital to the breaks in that song. Can you
Wow.
help me? So I had never heard the song from The Lion King. A good
hmm
friend of mine had the VHS tape of it, and she lent it to me. I listened to the song that he wanted, and what you hear is what I came up with using the same keyboard. And for my son, I had purchased him one of those little plastic toy keyboards,
hmm
not knowing on that keyboard had animal sounds.
Wow. Isn't that something? So all of that worked out for you. I'm sure you utilized some of those sounds, didn't you?
Yep. In fact,
Okay.
I got the tape on a Friday, listened to it over the weekend, created the entire production in 2 days, and had it in his hands by Wednesday. And he's still using it with his dance theater from 1996.
Wow.
And yes, it
That's
is
incredible.
copyrighted and
Yes,
on
sir.
iTunes and on Spotify and all the good places, CD Baby and all that.
Okay. Wow. Well, thank you for sharing that with us. And now we know this was something you had to almost do overnight and get to work. Probably
Hmm.
had to burn some midnight oil that night. I understand. Okay, let's listen to this. Sounds of Africa is the name of the song, correct?
Yes.
Yes, okay. Nice, nice. Yeah. Wow. 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 That's all right, Sam. I like that, man. Wow. I'm blown away, and I can't believe this stuff was done in the '90s.
Hmm. 2 days to compose the entire piece, and another 3 days to get it all together and then mixed.
Hmm. Wow. Well, brother, I encourage you, man. Just keep going for it. You know, this was incredible to listen to. I'm just kind of curious, like, what in the world are you doing these days with your production? If you did all of that in the '90s, it's pretty remarkable. Again, and I'm just glad that I put something like this together so everyone can hear. And I hope that people tune in on Thursday. And the good thing about these podcasts is, like, they stay on the Music Lab page. I'm not taking them down, so people can always go back and review um, the show. Well, Mr. Samuel, I am so honored again to have you here with me one more time to share with us your talents and your gifts. You are truly talented. You take your craft very seriously. As a musician, it's always encouraging to see that someone that is just so in tune to their art, and you're very professional. You're extremely professional. I appreciate you. I've known you probably just most of my life, and I appreciate your musicianship. And again, I didn't even know you had this much in you. I always saw the playing side, the playing the piano and the organ, the Hammond organ. I never knew you were doing all this. Never did I had no idea. I'm so glad that you shared that with us. That blessed assurance, that got me though. I know I'm gonna go back and listen to that. But thank you for being on our show.
Thanks for having
And
me.
I want to just say that for all the rest of you out there, you all can do like Brother Sam here. If you have any music that you would like us to listen to and play here, please send it to playmymusic711@gmail.com. That's playmymusic711@gmail.com. And we will spend time with you. And let me just give you a food for thought before we depart. Keep your face to the sunshine, and you can never see the shadow. That's the food for thought for today. All right, and Sam, anything you want to live with us before we depart? Please share with us where people can find your music.
Well, you could find me on CD Baby, on iTunes, Spotify, Pandora. We're on all the digital platforms. I have about 5 compositions out there. I'm not sure if I'm going to give you the next 2 or not. Some of them, one of them, I'm not really happy with. I may have to redo it. But
Okay.
I'm about creating good music. I believe in the scripture where it says, "Make a joyful noise unto the Lord." So he didn't say what kind of noise it had to be. It just had to be joyful.
Joyful. Yes,
That's
sir.
what I look to do, is to not just embark upon one type of sound, but on every type of sound that my ears can hear.
Yes.
I think the last time I didn't have these out, but I'm also into marketing my brand. These can be, you can support me if you want to support what I do and my production goals. You can always go to YouTube, Sound of Joy, all one word, and you will see the closing in on 1,900 videos that I have there.
Woo.
All in support of musicians, not just church, but musicians everywhere.
Everywhere.
When I do my analytics, I always check to see who else besides the United States is watching me, and I could probably rattle off 18 or 19 countries around the world, as far away as Romania, Australia, China, Japan. They're all learning gospel music style from me, and I appreciate the fact that they allow a humble
Yes,
yet willing musician who's not afraid of showing every chord he has learned and that has been gifted him through theory and practice.
Yes. Yes, and professionalism. I apprate you, man. And you just said it all. I don't have to come behind. Please support everybody. Please support this man, Samuel Talbot. You can find him on social media. Go to his YouTube channel. Support his coffee mugs, whatever he's doing. Musicians, we have to learn. We have to keep being reminded that we have to support each other. Sound of Joy Music Services. All right.
We have shirts too.
Anything else you have?
No, that's it right now. Well,
That's it.
yeah, that's it. Well, I got more, but if you go to my site, there's a link to my shopping store, and you see all the items that I have there. I even make up items personally. If somebody wants something done and put on a shirt, I can actually create it, because I'm also a budding internet designer.
Okay.
So I can just actually this logo was actually designed for me. I took that design from the artist, from the person who designed it for me, and already modified it.
Wow. A man of many talents. Look at there. All right. Okay, I got to remember that. I might need you to do something for me. So you heard it there, folks. Samuel Talbert. He's doing it all. Let's support him. Let's support each other. And once again, I thank you for being here on Play My Music. And folks, we look forward to seeing you next week. And be sure to tune in on this coming Thursday to view this show. All right. God bless you. Talk to you later. Peace.
Take care.
Take care.